Uh-oh. Hold
What
the
up, boys?
What is going on? Ah,
We're,
Twitter. Twitter said no.
Twitter said no.
Twitter said no.
Twitter can't say no. We're
Oh,
live.
fuck me. All right, whatever. We're on Facebook and YouTube right now.
I guess we should probably stop yelling at
2
Todd
out of
Frazier.
3 ain't bad.
I'll take it. Whatever, man. Whatever.
All right, well.
All right, you got a question, Dan? Let's just do it. Fuck them.
I do have one. So we were actually just kind of off air here talking about like winter meetings and stuff.
Mhm.
Before that, was kind of thinking, if you were to come into a franchise as like a brand new president of baseball operations,
Okay.
would you rather go into an organization like the Dodgers that has had sustained success over the last few years and for the foreseeable future is also going to be very successful? However, you didn't build any of it. It's
Right.
everybody else's stuff.
Mm.
Or would you rather go into, say like Texas or the Cubs or Baltimore or whatever, where it's kind of rebuild mode, but you get control over the direction of the rebuild?
Right. Dang, dude, that's hard because like you're asking ego versus like amount of work you have to put into it, and my ego's huge. So obviously, I'm gonna want to go in and rebuild this team from the ground up.
Sure.
But at the same time, I also like not working a lot and making a lot of money for it. So
I'm looking at it like, I don't know, man. I'm looking at it from the perspective of you don't have anything really to gain if you go into the Dodgers. Like there's an expected level of success. You have a lot to lose.
Right.
But like you go into Miami and like you can bullshit around for 4 years and no one's gonna bat an eyelash. You know what I mean? No one's gonna be like, wait, what's this guy doing? Like,
Right. You're not gonna be a Theo Epstein going into the Dodgers right now. Like you'll never make your name like that.
Right. And if you do fail with Miami, no one's gonna like. They'll be like, maybe, I don't know. Let's give him another shot somewhere else.
Right.
Let's bring him on as a scouting director in Atlanta or something.
Right.
You know, like it's not his fault. It's Miami.
Old Coach Bill says he would go into Baltimore. I love Baltimore, man. I think Camden Yards is tight. I like the
beautiful field.
Yeah.
Great unis.
Dope unis, bro.
Good location. Close to everything. Ooh, really low travel. That's huge. Like distance. No, like distance wise. Like when you're flying. Like travel times.
Oh, because they're close to
like they're so close to New York and Boston.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
And Toronto and stuff. You know, as opposed to being like in Colorado where you're just on a plane all the time.
Right, that's true. Look at there. Let's just do it. Let's just go. Let's apply for the Baltimore's GM job.
All right. I think Jim Duquette's still out there. We're coming for you, buddy.
Yeah, we're going in there like step brothers with all three of us. We're all interviewing at the same time.
You sound stupid.
It's all or nothing, Pan.
We got one person in the middle and then one person about the other side.
Honestly,
hell yeah.
Just give us Cedric Mullins and Trey Mancini and we'll figure out the rest.
Exactly.
And Ryan Mountcastle. I want him. I need a young guy to build around.
I want Mountcastle too. 2 out of 3 majority rules. I know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying beggars can't be choosers, man. If we're going in,
Tone's over here shrugging and shit. See, we already don't agree. This is why we're bad at it, boys.
You're listening to the Upper Decker Podcast.
Hey, welcome back. It's episode 83 of the Upper Decker Podcast. I'm your boy, Ty.
I'm your boy, Tone.
And I'm your boy, Dan.
And the boys are back in town, baby. All right. I thought we were done. We're going to do it again, though, real quick. If you go to Baltimore, what's your first big move, boys?
Ooh. Selling John Means.
So you're going sell right off the ripskis.
Oh, yeah. They're still a few years away anyway, so I'm selling instantly.
Who are the absolute untouchables? I think Cedric Mullins, yes.
Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle are probably on the major league roster. Like, obviously, Adley Rushman's not going anywhere.
Right.
Right.
What about Trippy Trey Mancini? Or do you
honestly,
I'd sell.
Honestly, you might sell him. I was saying keep him earlier, but like, how old is he?
He's old enough.
Old enough. He's not going to get better,
Old enough to
probably.
start.
What do you mean he's not going to get better, bro?
He's a great player already. I'm not discounting his abilities. I'm just saying he's probably not like you're not looking at him going like,
shit.
oh man,
no, I'm on your side. He's 29. You're
yeah.
right.
29. He's
You're not
also
gonna be like,
getting
man,
ready
give
to
him
go
3
into
more years and
Flip
he'll
him,
be-
bro. Flip
He's
him.
also going into his last year of arbitration. Like, yeah, I'd sell
Flip
him
him.
instantly this year, and
Hell
no
yeah, boys.
hard feelings about it.
All right. Last one, and then we got to move on with the show. What big free agent move to get the fan base excited?
Okay.
Ooh.
Out of Baltimore,
They do love their shortstops out there, bro. Go grab a Trevor Story.
Oh man,
Can
he
you
would.
convince him though. That would be great, but
I mean, you can convince anybody with the right amount of money, I think. I think that would be tight because, I mean, they had Freddie Galvis at shortstop most of this season. Now I couldn't tell you who's even playing their shortstop. I'm thinking shortstop would be the move. Trevor Story, Seager,
Yeah.
somebody.
Seager's young enough to where you could give him that like San Diego Eric Hosmer contract, right? Like, hey, we're getting ready to turn the corner.
Right.
We're going to overpay you because we're going to suck for a couple years, but then we might be good again.
Give them like 7 and front load it. Be like, here's all
right.
of this money to pay to play for these bad teams, but like give us 3 years. You'll take a little bit of a pay cut, but like
You'll be good
all in
again.
all, you're making $300 million. So cool your jets,
Right.
bro.
What about filling out the rotation with plus but not elite arms? So
You'd have to. It'd be
last
like
year,
J-Hap.
what's that?
It'd be like J-Hap.
No, better than that. Like I'm talking about like DeSclafani's a free agent, but he's 32. He's not going to get a massive payday, even though he had a
Sure.
great year.
Mhm.
You look at a guy like Eduardo Rodriguez or Marcus Stroman are free agents this year.
I
Like,
was
guys
unsure
like
if
that.
Stroman would be like,
Yeah, he did
Number
the
one.
qualifying offer
'Cause
last year.
You
Him
look
and
at
Walker
their
signed a 1-year deal too.
Yeah, you look at their rotation, and it's not good. And you look at their stats, and they allowed a ton of runs last year. Like we've seen some of their offensive potential, and it's been
Right.
pretty good. And they can be exciting at times, but they allowed 918 runs this year, which is more than any other team in baseball by
Woof.
far.
Nice.
That's 50 more runs than the Diamondbacks.
it's pretty bad, boys.
Yeah, they finished with a negative 278 run differential.
Ouch.
So, but they outscored the Rangers. They were 26 runs away from matching the Mariners in runs scored. So,
Okay.
like they could put numbers up, but I don't know. They need some pitching. All right, that's it. I'm done.
Yep, that's
Okay,
it.
fair
All
enough.
right,
Fair enough.
we moving. We got 83. Eric Gagné. I had to cheat a little bit. He wore it for half a season in 2007.
I'll allow it. Just because I like Eric Gagné.
I was waiting for you to side at me.
He only played like 10 seasons, so this is like a 20th of his career, guys.
Did
It's
he
fine.
really?
Yeah, injuries forced him out like
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Well, and then he got popped for steroids, so
Oh, yeah,
he
and
couldn't
that.
use those anymore.
Yeah, but whatever. Fuck it. Everybody did it. It's fine. Did you guys know that he was a member of the 2007 Red Sox World Series team? Because I did not.
No, not
Nope.
at all.
I couldn't have told you that to save my life. I also couldn't have told you that he got there because the Rangers signed him previous to 2007. He played like 2 months there, and then they traded him at the deadline to the Red Sox. Had no clue.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could have told you he played for a team other than the Dodgers, except that when I see he ended his career in Milwaukee, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
him playing the Central for a quick second, but
Yeah. So in that 2007 playoffs, he only appeared in 1 game in the DS against the Angels, 3 in the championship series against Cleveland, and only 1 game in the World Series against Colorado. I didn't even look up stats because they were not good. So we're not going to talk about it, but he got his ring, so good on him.
Okay, fair enough.
So let's turn back a little bit, look at his Cy Young campaign from 2003. Boys, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
So he appeared in 77 games that year, totaling 82 and a third innings pitched. He converted all 55 of his save opportunities that year. 55 for 55, got all of them. He struck out 137 in those
God.
82 innings. That boy went the fuck off. So his K per 9 was right at 15, and he only walked 20. So his strikeout to walk ratio was 6.85 that season. So basically 7 strikeouts for every walk that he had.
Good
Wow.
God.
Yeah,
Like
insane.
a walk every 3 appearances.
Right. And so those numbers are crazy. Let's talk other numbers that are even crazier, I think. His ERA that season was 1.2. He gave up 2 home runs all year, but still converted those saves. His FIP was a .86. WHIP was a .692. And his
Jesus.
ERA plus was 3.37. So, kind of as you allured to there, Dan, this is 2003. This is prime steroids. So,
Right.
I mean, those numbers are crazy whether you're on steroids or not. So you're also
for
having
sure.
to face guys like Barry Bonds, every other week probably.
Yeah, he's
And
in a division with him. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to go back to those 55 saves. That totaled the NL record set by John Smoltz the previous season. So that's that. And 55 of those saves were also part of his miraculous 84 consecutive saves converted from August 26th, 2002 to July 5th, 2004, my guys.
God.
So 84 straight, didn't blow a single one of them, and was lights out in all of them. The Dodgers used to play when he would come in. They would just put an ad or a graphic up on the screen that just said "Game Over." They just called it "Game Over."
Dude, and what's even crazier, that wasn't even an MLB record for saves in a season.
Right. It was not. He does hold the record though for the consecutive saves converted.
Right. Yeah,
like a
I'm
lot.
just talking about saves in a season though. Like,
Right.
you don't blow an opportunity and you still don't even have the record. That's
Right.
crazy.
I mean, he did play for the Dodgers. He appeared in 77 games, so only 55 of them were save opportunities. So those 22, he was out of the save chance.
Sure.
So, it's just going to stay on that 55 route. 55% of the batters in that span of his 84 his 84 consecutive converts, they all went down by strikeout. 55% of them.
That's insane.
So 84 saves, 55% of the people struck out. Unreal. And I'm gonna trivia you guys real quick. Give you one little quick question. So he wore number 83 in Boston because somebody else already wore 38. I need you guys to tell me who.
Wait, he wore something
wore-
different in Boston.
He wore 83 in Boston because his number was typically 38. When
Okay.
he came to Boston, somebody else was already wearing 38. So he
What
just
year was it?
2007.
Isn't that what Poppy wore?
As
It's 34. It's Poppy.
okay.
30 something. Okay. So, I mean, 07, you're looking like Johnny Damon. I think that was right before he switched to the Yankees.
Yep, but he's a pitcher. I'll give you that. It's a hint
okay.
for a pitcher.
Is it your boy? The dude who had his boat stolen? Bronson Arroyo?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It was not Bronson Arroyo. I think Bronson wore 61, some weird fucking number.
Okay.
He's going into his 10th year on the ballot.
Clemens?
This year. Nope. Another controversial player, though. Mainly because of his tweets, not because of how he
Schilling.
plays. Yes, Kurt Schilling already had number 38. So Gagné was like, I'll just take 83. No big deal.
Okay.
But that is it for 83 this week, boys. Tone?
Hey, by the way, real quick, I was doing some research. He had 2 intentional walks that season,
Okay.
and neither one were to Barry Bonds, surprisingly.
Look at there. He ain't
I
scared
don't
of
know.
no Barry, dude. That's
No, he
roid
just
on.
went out-
That's
just went
roid on
after
roid action, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
Now-
cool that he faced him and never intentionally walked him. So
Yeah, that's
Now I'm
nice.
curious who the hell it was. So,
it was Mark Kotze and Ramon Vasquez. Ramon Vasquez was a 190 hitter that year, so I'm assuming he was just like setting up the double play type thing. So
Right.
Yeah.
Kotze,
Makes sense.
I don't know, whatever. But
Beautiful, beautiful. Tone, how you feel about doing some birthdays for me, dog?
I love doing birthdays for you so much. We're gonna start off with Robbie Ray, my
Tightest
dude.
pants in the game.
Tightest pants in the game. I
I
actually had a
called that
note
out.
here. What?
Say it.
I had a note in here that said this pitcher is having a career year this season. The only thing tighter than his ERA are his pants.
Do you guys remember when I called that out like the first week of the season? I was like, bro, you can see his hamstrings through these fucking pants.
Yeah.
And now like that's all anybody talks about is Robbie Ray's pants. And he's loving it. You know he is.
They're tighter than Tyler O'Neill's, and that's
saying something for sure.
Yeah. He leads the American League in all of the following. Games started with 30.
Dang.
ERA with 2.72, innings pitched with 182, strikeouts with 238, ERA plus with 161, whip with 1.033, hits per 9 with 7.1. Holy cow, man.
Pretty good.
We talked about it already in a previous episode, but he passed Chris Sale this year and now holds the all-time Major League Baseball record for strikeouts per 9 with 11.2. Dude is just a K machine.
Yeah, that's your AL Cy Young winner right there.
Unreal. I really think so. Yeah, good for him. Yeah. I don't know. What differences do you guys see? For me, like between this year and his past years, biggest thing I see is control.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah,
real.
He cut his walk rate in half.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. He's always been known for strikeouts, but he's also known for walks. So
he had a career 4.3 walks per 9 going into this year, including a career worst 7.8 walks per 9 in the short 2020 season.
Wow.
This season, 2.2.
Okay.
God.
That's pretty dang good.
Yeah. So, and then speaking of free agent pitchers, he's a free agent this offseason. He is only getting paid $8 million right now. So it was kind of like a show me what you can do type contract. And he said, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Bet.
Go out and win the Cy Young on $8 million and then sign a, $60 million next year or some shit.
Yeah, 6 year, 180 or something insane.
Mm-hmm.
Wild, man. All right, boys. Next birthday, Xander.
That's my
Xander
dog.
Bogaerts.
This my dog, dude.
Does that look like a video game?
It does, very much so. Yeah.
I had to triple check and no, it's a real photo.
Mm-hmm.
Ty's dog, Xander. 29. He is just kind of quietly being one of the best hitters in the league. Again,
every year, bro.
Yeah.
He gets overlooked so much for some reason. At least to me, it seems that way. But he's just, and the thing too is that he's not getting lost because he's on some bullshit team. You know what I mean? You see those guys oh man, it's unfortunate that so-and-so has to play for that dog shit team, but he's playing for the freaking Boston Red Sox.
Right.
Right.
I mean, for the last couple of years, he's been one of the better players in the league, but he's also had teammates showing him up. He's had Mookie Betts on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Mookie Betts been out there winning MVPs.
JD Martinez.
JD Martinez. Now he's got Rafael Devers that he's always competing with. Xander just is under the radar all the time, but man, is he good.
And he's really consistent too.
Mm-hmm.
His, his OPS plus the last 4 years, 135, 139, 128, 129. It's all right there in that range. Consistently bats right around 300, if not higher.
Mm-hmm.
Just super solid production. I love watching him.
Yeah, I mean, he's good for about 20 dongs, about 40 doubles. I mean, bro is out there, man.
Yeah, definitely an all-around player. He's not just up there mashing, but he's not stealing you a bunch of bases. But he's a little quick. He can steal you a few. You know what I mean? So,
right.
He's just I don't understand why he gets overlooked either. I also think one of my favorite things about him is that he plays for Boston and he wears number 2 specifically because he idolized Derek Jeter growing up. So the irony in that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
All right, my dudes. Last birthday and your Tony Tones dope name of the day. Sugar Ray Merriman. Merriman?
Merriman.
Do you guys remember this guy?
Nope.
Because he literally played in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
shit.
insane.
He's
Also, that's his
3 weeks
legal
older
name.
than me.
What? He's what?
He's only 3 weeks older than me.
Yeah. That is his legal name, Sugar Ray.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I came across him and I was like, no way did this dude play in 2015. I mean, he came up for a cup of coffee. He played in 16 games. He did not start. He pitched out of the bullpen for the Braves.
Not too well.
No. He wasn't good at all. He had he had 21 earned runs in 30 hits over 25 innings pitched.
Yeah.
He had 14 strikeouts, which that's not even good. I don't know why I said it like that was a positive thing. But
Right.
he had 14 strikeouts as well as 14 walks for an even 1.0 strikeout to walk ratio. Yeah, it wasn't great. He was better when he wasn't on the big league stage. He did pretty well in the minors. He was originally signed as an amateur free agent with the Royals, and when he was in their farm system, he actually started what ended up being a combined no-hitter for the Kane County Cougars.
Okay.
Say that 5 times fast.
Kane County Cougars. I'm not going to do it 5 times. Also, he played for the Columbia national team in the 2013 World Baseball Classic qualifiers. They did not qualify. They were a terrible team, Columbia was. But he pitched and led his team to an 8-1 victory in their only win of the tournament. So he was like the lone bright spot in that team.
Okay.
There you go, Sugar Ray. Take it home with you and put it on your mantle, my guy.
I dig it.
Yep. There's not much more to talk about with Sugar Ray, but dope name, dude.
Bro, he was born in Colombia, and they were like, yeah, this man's name is Sugar Ray. Are you
Right.
kidding
Right.
me?
Right.
Every
name
morning when I wake up, there's a hill.
Just
There's
big
a
Mark
kilo
McGrath
hanging.
fans down there, huh?
Right.
Can I go back to Xander Bogaerts for just a second while we're
Oh,
looking at this
yeah.
graphic?
Yeah. Go back to him.
So I was just kind of curious on some of these numbers here. So I looked at all the shortstops in the MLB from 2018 to now.
Okay.
Minimum playing time and everything. So I think I put like 200 games minimum. So all of the rookie shortstops this year weren't included. But he is second in OPS plus to Tatis. He is third in home runs behind Story and Lindor over the last 4 years here. First in RBIs, first in walks, second in on-base percentage by 1/1000th of a point. Tatis has 372. He has 371. He's third in slugging. He's second in OPS. Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, I knew that this dude was underrated, and even I underrated him.
Yeah. The sneaky best shortstop in the game.
Yeah. Like, he's got to be in the top 2 in the conversation.
I don't see how
If
he's
not
not
the one,
every
yeah.
fucking year. Every year he's there. Does the same thing in and out, like Tone said, so consistent. They're just like, man, we'll worry about him later. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I think it's probably a 2-man conversation between him and Story if you look at the whole player, like on the defensive side. Otherwise,
Right.
Tatis would be in there too.
Right.
And then you start looking at guys like Seager and Turner and Bichette and Lindor and all them again, and Correa.
I have a real quick off subject, kind of off subject, but you mentioned Trevor Story. Are you a little worried that he's done like nothing this year to help himself on the market? Or do you think people will just be like, it's Trevor Story, he'll be fine?
Obviously, the market's gonna, they're gonna be like, well, you didn't do shit this year, so whatever. He might get a 1-year deal somewhere and try it out like a Donaldson type thing.
Ooh, man.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if he signed like a 4 or 5 year deal with an opt out after the first season.
Yeah, it'll be something
like
crazy
with a
like that.
lower
He's not gonna
AAV.
He's not gonna get Seager money, right?
Mm-mm.
I don't think he gets Seager money, but I wouldn't be surprised. Even like a Marcus Semien type contract with him, like a 1-year, $20 million deal, 1 year, 25,
Right.
to go back and like re-establish himself next year when the shortstop market isn't nearly as deep.
You mean with Colorado or with another team?
Oh, with another team.
Yeah,
I think
okay,
he's out of
right,
Colorado.
yeah.
I would think like,
Agree.
I mean, we'll go over free agent predictions and stuff later, but maybe like the Yankees or something where he can really go and boost his value.
Right.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, you've got all of Major League Baseball is looking at him like, hey, bro, we know what you can do.
Right.
We know what you didn't do, so we're going to underpay you, but we also understand that you're fucking miserable there, bro. And you
Right.
tried to get out of there, and they wouldn't get you out of there. Like, we get it. So we'll pay you 1 year, this $20 million. Come over here, prove yourself, and then we'll sign you after that or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
I
maybe
think you're absolutely right. I think that's how it's going to go.
maybe Cincinnati goes all in for 1 season or something and picks him up for $25 million or $28 million or something.
I would love that. All right, boys. Well, let's move on here. Let's talk about the old money situation. What do you guys say?
Yeah, give it to us, man.
Cool. So if you guys are listening or watching right now on the live stream, head on over to be a monthly contributor at anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod/support. I got the link on the screen. If that was too quick for you to hear on the recording, you should tune in for the live streams because you can see it right here where Tone's Bear Claw is. You can sign up. You can sign up for 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month. All of that goes right back into the show, whether it be equipment or software or subscriptions, whatever it has to be. If you don't want to do a monthly thing and commit to us like that, I totally get it. Head over to PayPal. It's paypal.me/upperdeckerpod to do a one-time donation. That would be super duper cool of you. Anything over $20, you can give a message for one of us to read off, or make just one of us say some absurd shit. Whatever it is, it's your money.
Make Ty wear a Molina jersey for an entire episode.
I'll literally do anything for $20, guys.
We've literally
about it. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Wheelhouse, who's hot and who's not, boys? One of y'all take this one, fight over it, and talk about it. I want to hear y'all get excited.
Can I have it, Tone?
Go ahead, dude. I'm just gonna chime in whenever I feel like it, anyway. So
do it. Yeah, that's fair. So
I'm gonna zone out for the next 3 minutes, guys. Go ahead,
dude. It's fine. Go ahead, man.
Totally cool. So St. Louis Cardinals are obviously hot. They have won a franchise record 16 consecutive games. It's the first time, or the most consecutive wins in the NL since I think it was 1951 when they were the Brooklyn Giants, or New York Giants, I guess. Which is awesome. Gives them a 6-game lead in the wild card now. They can actually clinch with either a win or a Cincinnati and Philly loss.
Speaking of clenching, I was a little clenched this week. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. There was some stop winning.
There were some exciting moments in those games.
It's a 5.5 game lead.
Whatever. Hey, you're gonna get your moment, Peanut Gallery, to talk here in a second. All right.
Yeah, you're right.
During this 16-game win streak as a team,
how many games?
16, bro.
Dang.
As a team, they're slashing 289, getting on base 340, slugging 531 for an 871 OPS. They've got 31 home runs, 104 RBIs, and they're scoring 6.8 runs a game.
Yeah.
But not only that, the pitching staff as a whole, so starters and relievers, they're holding on to a 2.98 ERA, averaging just over 7 Ks a game, only giving out 3 walks, and averaging 3.2 runs. So they're just operating on all levels right now. The defense has been outstanding.
You love to see it.
Ty has just absolutely been loving it.
I will say so. My favorite part of this whole thing, my favorite part is the fact they won 16 games in a row,
right,
and are probably going to make the playoffs. But it's been fun to actually watch. A lot of times I find myself like following box scores and recaps and highlight videos, and I've actually got to sit down and watch a few like full or partial games lately, and they're playing the most well-balanced baseball I've seen the Cardinals play in several years. They're doing everything. Like they're doing their home run thing. They're smashing the ball. Obviously, Tyler O'Neill, Goldschmidt, just crushing it.
They're doing the home run thing.
The home run thing. That thing where you just hit. It's that thing where you hit the ball past.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I got it now.
It's the first time since 2004 that they've had 3 players hit 30 or more home runs.
And those are the only 2 times in franchise history.
Yeah, and that was the Albert Pujols, Scott Rowland, Jim Edmonds MV3 season. Shut up, Ty.
Try having like 6 of them, bro. Get out of here.
But they're also like, they're not playing like all small ball. Like I hate when teams go like all that way, but they're playing the right way. Like they're doing the things they need to do. Like they're moving runners over when they need to move runners over. They're bunting if they need to bunt, but still able to go out there and knock in the big runs too. So it's fun to watch, and the defense is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that fucking double play the other day. When you can get the catcher at third base and the center fielder
Oh,
at second base,
that was
in the middle of a double
bullshit ass
play,
dumb
It was
play,
like a
bro.
4-6-2-9-2-8-1-2 double
yeah.
play. Yeah.
bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
I will tell you guys though, I went to the game not this most recent Saturday, but the Saturday before. They played the Padres.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Lit
that
Darvish up.
yes, and well, not really.
No. Yeah, that was the one where he actually held them
Yeah.
for a little while. and they got
That was the
them.
one where Manny screamed and yelled at Tatis.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bro Neal hit the go ahead late
Just
in the eighth. Yeah.
Mashed it.
So I was sitting in the outfield and I was like, man, this is looking good. 2-1 Padres. I'm having a good time, whatever, drinking my beer. And then all of a sudden I just hear whack. And I'm like, oh, some motherfucker just whipped that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 2-2 count with 2 outs and somebody was on base and Bro Neal just crushed it. And I was like, bro, I was on an airplane with that guy. What's
Right.
up? I did that too. What's good? We're together here, fam.
You
But
also saw a great outfield assist by Carlson, I believe.
I was in the 5th row from right field wall and he was right
That's
in front of me.
perfect,
Yeah.
And I saw the ball coming out and I was like, uh-oh, that's in trouble. And then he goes back, grabs it, and I couldn't see Carlson, but I just see this fucking ball just
Laser beam.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was a pisser. It looked like somebody hit it.
I
Like,
think it was like 95. I think he threw 95.
bro, it was insane. And like seeing it from that angle, like he's got a little weird like 2-seamer action on his fucking ball. So when he throws it, it's like he's got a plan for it. And I mean, it was dead on the money. No hops, just right to him. It was money. It was good. It was good. Good.
That was a cool game. I'm sorry you had to see that one, I guess, but I don't know.
That's all right.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it was really fun because we went and we celebrated the 2011 World Series together, and I came home with 4 David Freese bobbleheads. It was a great time.
In 2011, we won the World Series.
Yeah, who'd you beat? Tell me.
I wasn't going to rub it in, but the Texas Rangers. 2011 in September, like right when we started that big crazy run in September, that
Yep.
kind of reminds you of this. There was a game. I don't remember the whole story, but I remember Adron Chambers
The man, bro.
Yes.
take it home on a
Yep.
wild pitch.
Yep.
And I was at that game. And I remember later on, I think even in one of his most recent books, Tony La Russa referenced that game specifically as like when people asked him, like, when was the turning point? When did you think, like, oh shit, we got some momentum, like we could actually do something here? And he referenced that game, which I thought was cool. The game you were at, coincidentally, was the 20-year reunion of the 2011 World Series team, right?
Yeah, the
10
10-year.
years,
Yeah.
but yeah.
10-year, yeah. Sorry,
You got
and but that game reminded me of that.
It was crazy. It was wild to see. Had a good old time. Left a little buzzed. It was
Kind
right.
of watch the Padres fall apart at the seams and the Cardinals like kind of take advantage of it, which is
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from on that tone. That
What was your food of choice while you were there, or did you eat?
Oh, I had a big old slice of pizza.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Didn't know they served pizza, but the shit smelled like cafeteria pizza, and I was like, kind of want a bit of that. And I mean, it was this fucking big, bro. It was like,
Big old New York style.
yeah, dude, it was huge.
Yeah.
Huge, bro. So good.
What are your What's your number one draft pick ballpark food, Tone, off the top of your head?
Nachos, but like pulled pork nachos, like loaded up with you gotta have meat and stuff on there. I don't want
Yep,
just
that's-
chips and cheese or whatever.
Nope,
so.
that's mine's the same. Salsa, cheese,
Yeah,
jalapenos,
everything. Jalapeno,
meat.
sour cream. Yeah.
No, not sour cream, but the rest of it, yeah.
Grow up, Dan.
I want a
Grow
corn
up.
dog, Dad. I want
I don't
corn
like
dogs.
sour cream.
Can I talk about things, boys?
Absolutely. Get after it.
Okay, I lied. Before I do want to say a couple things. One, I've been saying for like 2 weeks now since this fucking streak started, this seems very 2011-y,
Yeah.
and I have told multiple people. They've asked me, they say, who do you think's going to win the World Series this year? And I say the Dodgers. And they're like, if the Dodgers don't, who do you think it is? I've said the Cardinals about 4 or 5 times. It's too apparent to like go
It's hot
against.
at the right time.
I'm hoping that they're blowing their load too early,
Yeah.
and
I'm
you guys
scared of
can just enjoy this and then get knocked out in a 1-game wild card. But at the same time, they're scary right now. Very scary.
Okay, real quick, one more thing because it's perfectly on topic with everything you just said.
Yes.
I have a question because I have debated this internally over the last like 3 days.
Okay.
Okay. do you want to face the Dodgers or the Giants? Because it's very possible the Dodgers could overtake the Giants, and the Giants would be playing the Cardinals in the one-game wild card. Which team would you rather face? Keep in mind, you're not just thinking about the one game, but I mean, yes, you have to get through that one game,
Right.
but then you're also kind of considering who you want to face in a 5-game series. So
I think. Go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead, Ty.
No, you're the Cardinals fan. Go.
So my best case scenario is the Giants and the Dodgers have to go to a 1-game playoff to see who goes to the 1-game playoff, so they can blow Max Scherzer out of the blow his load, and then Walker Buehler is next or whatever. But barring that, I think I would rather see the Dodgers in a 1-game playoff, with the caveat of I think I like the odds of facing the Giants rotation in a 5-game series better than the Dodgers rotation in a 5-game series.
that's my thought exactly.
Yep. I'm glad you said it because that's what I was thinking.
Just take your chances with the Dodgers. I mean, if you don't win that one game, you probably weren't going to win the whole World Series anyways. Then, so
I was going to say, if you don't win the 1 game against the Dodgers, you're not going to win a 5-game against the Dodgers.
Right.
So take the one, gamble everything, throw the entire fucking barn at them, everything. Just go out there and get them.
Plus, can you imagine a 1-game playoff with Scherzer versus Wainwright? Because that would be pretty fucking epic, actually.
Right.
Totally polar opposite pitchers.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting nervous. I don't know. Okay. You guys want to know a perfect scenario for me?
Sure.
My perfect scenario. You guys, 1 game, Dodgers, wild card. Knock them out. Fucking dope. Go to that 5-game against the Giants. Get kicked the fuck out. And then I'm rid of you guys, and I'm rid of the Dodgers. We just got to beat the Brewers and the Giants. And then that's World Series time for the Braves, boys. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Brewers rotation, though, man. You got to get through Burns and Woodruff and Peralta first.
Got to get through some hot fucking hitters, too, dude. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about that. That's good. Let's move on. So the Braves infield I have listed under who's hot. I feel like this needs to be recognized a little more because I've been watching it all season and it's kind of fucking insane. I think they need to be talked about as one of the best, if not the best infields this year, at least offensively.
Sure.
Defense, they're no fucking joke either. Like Dansby's a stud, Ozzy's a stud, Freddie's a stud. Austin Riley makes the plays, not like the great plays or whatever. But offensively, they're top notch. They're doing things that haven't been done in history before. So they are one of 2 teams in history to have an entire infield of 25 plus home runs. They're on the verge of being the first team in history with 30 plus at each position. It's going to be tight.
Awesome.
We got 6 games left. Dansby needs 3 more to hit 30. So Freddie has 31. Ozzy's got an even 30. Dansby's got 27, like I said. Austin Riley's got 32. I think it's very, very plausible that 3 of those 4 players receive MVP votes as well. Being Freddie, Riley, and Albies. Freddie and Riley are kind of interchangeable. I think Riley finishes higher than Freeman this year.
See, I would have gone I think Freeman finishes slightly higher than Riley.
Their numbers
it would be like 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th. They're going to be right next to each other.
Right. So just getting into that whole infield as a whole, they're slashing 277, 345, 494 for an OPS of 839 on the season. And they're averaging 30 home runs, 95 RBIs, or 95 runs, 93 RBIs, and a 117 OPS plus between the 4 of them.
Wow.
That's pretty historic.
It's fucking insane, dude. It's crazy.
I can't think of an infield I'd rather have.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I mean,
obviously
Toronto,
the Dodgers. I mean,
even the Dodgers though, they're not getting the production out of Bellinger. Granted, he's been hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
So they've got a hodgepodge at first base.
That's true.
And Justin Turner's been so streaky this year that I'd rather have Austin Riley than Turner at this point.
Right. I mean, and then the Padres, if they're all on, which they haven't been for 2 months now. Yeah, I mean, I would take them over any other infield right now at all. I think I had one last thing. Yeah, the Ozzy, actually. He became the first second baseman in Braves history with a 30 home run, 100 RBI season.
Wow.
That's crazy. Dan Ugla like never did it. Like
Yeah.
that big old forearms Ugla.
I know, man. Ugla crushed like 40 dingers, but would only have like 80 RBIs or some shit.
That's
So,
wild.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I love what I'm seeing down there. And then, that's not to mention you've got a guy like Duvall, who I think has 37 in the outfield now. Peterson's got 17. Solaire's got around 17.
And you only had Acuna for half a season.
And he had 24 when he went down.
Oh,
Put him back in the
Ugla did it the year before he went to Atlanta.
Oh, no way.
He did it in 2010, his last year in Florida. 33 bombs, 105 runs batted in. That was his only season with 100 runs batted in.
Wow. Okay. That's all I got, man. I just wanted to brag on that infield. They need some recognition a little bit, boys. Tell you what.
Well deserved. I mean this. I genuinely hope they can hold off the Phillies for the AL or
Me
for
too.
the NL East, rather.
Yeah, we got 3 games coming up against the Phillies, and we have a 2.5 game lead. So shit's getting fucking nuts out here, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
getting tight.
Real quick, we got a question here. Thoughts on the Mariners? Let's keep it nice and tight. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think?
I like the direction. I like what they're doing. I think they're really close to sneaking into the playoffs. If they do, I don't see them going far. It would be a great first step for them, though. That would be really good for them. I'd be very happy.
I 100% agree. I want to see them do well. Like I'm sad that it's past the era that I really wanted them to see do well.
Right.
But where they're at now and where they're going, I like what they have. Like, you get a Kellenic, you get what's the other guy in the outfield?
Julio
Not Kyle
Rodriguez.
Lewis. Julio Rodriguez, that one. And then Haniger, if Haniger comes back, I mean that team's fucking they're good. They're good. I'm about it.
The fact that it's September 27th and we're still talking about their playoff chances is a great step for a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in 20 years. So I very much enjoy the direction that they're going. This is obviously not their year, I don't think, but I've been wrong like 3 times before, so you never know.
Yeah.
Right.
They need pitching really bad. They've only got one starter with an ERA under 4.
Yeah. Well, they lost
Marco.
Paxton for the season too after they re-signed him, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you can't rely Kyle Seager. We've talked about it before, but Kyle Seager is so sneaky. He's got 35 home runs and 100 RBIs this year, but you can't count on that again. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's a free agent after the season, I believe. Correct?
Is he?
I think he's got one more season under control. I think he has 2022 under control.
And there's a team option for 22.
Okay, and I think it's relative. I think it's like 12 million or something.
It's it's a hunt. Well, it doesn't say the price of the option, but he's getting paid 100 over 7 right now.
Okay, so it'd be in that ballpark then, most likely.
Yeah.
12, 15 maybe. But yeah, they're in a good spot. They just need to spend big on pitching, and then I think this is going to be their window next season. Is going to be the first year of it open.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing is they're not going to win next year. They're not going to win in 2 years probably. But you've got to get into the playoffs, get these young guys a taste, and then go out and really spend all these money on people and bring them in. Convince like those big name free agents, like, we're doing it. Let's go. Hop on. Let's get it.
We need to bring in we need to get Brennan on board as our Seattle Mariners prospect development.
Apparently, man, he's all
liaison.
about it. All about it. We got to check out all these little prospects here. Thank you, Brennan, for your input. We appreciate you, sir. Let's talk a little bit about Giancarlo Stanton. Tone, you want to do that, bro?
Yeah. He's hot. He's hot.
Sexy?
But yeah. Dude absolutely went off this last week. 4 home runs, 13 ribs, a slash line of 409, 440, 1.00. Am I reading these notes correct? That is the slug.
That's the slugging.
The slugging percentage is an even 1.
That's pretty good.
Wow. Wow. He helped guide the Yankees to the top wild card spot in the American League. They currently have a 1-game lead over the Red Sox. That flip-flopped real quick. And a 2-game lead over Toronto. We'll kind of get into a little bit of that here. We're going to take a look at the standings in a few minutes. But, he's really helping that team a lot right now. So good to see, right? Because a lot of years we wouldn't even be watching him right now because he'd be hurt. So
Right, exactly.
Right.
I mean, he's played in 133 games this season, which is is most amount of games since 2018, where he played 158. And he's got 34 home runs, which is about on pace with that year where he had 38. So we're not seeing, the 60 home runs that we thought Stanton might hit at some point.
All right.
But the ones he's hitting are big. So obviously
Dude.
you guys know that I follow the Red Sox. So they the home runs that they gave up to him this weekend were huge. They were like late game go ahead, late game tying. I mean, he was just obliterating these balls. And I wish that I could still like Stanton as a player. I can't stand this fucking guy.
Really?
His swing. We were talking the other day about how bad his swing is.
It's so awkward, isn't it? It looks like he's going to fall over. It's
He's
the most
sliding.
unathletic
He's-
looking swing ever.
He's sliding around in the batter's box. His back foot ends up outside of the batter's box almost every time.
It's
It's
an ugly
crazy.
swing, but Jesus Christ, does he beat the shit out of that ball like it owes him money.
If you're all arms, man, do what you got to do, I guess, just to make contact and push it over the wall. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of, like, the bat flip and the antics and shit. But he takes it fucking personal, and you can tell that's another thing that drives me nuts. So he'll hit this home run, and he'll just stare the pitcher down while he fucking launches the bat. Like,
Yeah, but I love that shit, man. Like,
I like it to an extent, but, like,
I like it more. I mean, if there's a specific reason, like
right.
like that guy hit you with a pitch earlier in the game or something like
Exactly.
that,
Not
all
just some
about
random fucking pitcher.
But there's no reason I'm a
I
bigger
love it.
fan of looking to your own dugout and being like, "Let's go,"
Right.
you know.
I mean, I would say 60 to 75% of his home runs, he is just staring down the pitcher, waiting for a reaction, and then throws the fucking bat. It's
See,
like, bro,
my favorite-
just fucking go. Like, what are we doing?
the reason I like that so much though is who the fuck is going to charge at Stanton? Like, that dude's a goddamn linebacker that swings a bat. Like, come on.
Yeah, Brennan just
exactly.
Brennan just said the same
agrees
thing.
with me.
I don't know, dude.
6'6", 245.
Bro, donate $20 to the Upper Decker Pod PayPal. I'll fight Stanton. Set it the
20?
fuck up.
20, bro.
Yeah, imagine the publicity I'll get for just beating the shit
right.
out of Stanton, bro.
Or getting the shit beat out of you. Either
Not
way,
gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen.
No publicity is bad publicity. So
Not
that's like,
gonna happen, bro. Not a fucking chance. All right.
all right. Let's go into
Yeah,
who's
we got to move on. We're off track. All right. Who's not? The New York Mets are not hot. They are out of playoff contention. Goodbye. They dropped 5 in a row as of late. Not looking too good. They sit at 82 losses, so it's guaranteeing a sub 500 season for the 4th time in 5 years after they went out and spent buku amounts of money this offseason.
right.
We're still in the same spot, boys. They were my dark horse to win the World Series this year. Ain't even making it to the fucking dance. So, I don't know, man. It's not the start that they wanted to the Cohen era. But what do we see from the Mets in the offseason? Like, what else can they fucking do?
I think they just got hampered by injuries, which I mean every team has to, but they weren't equipped to
Right.
deal with the injuries. So I think you'll see them go for more depth this year.
Yeah, it's like you can say that, but like their depth was fucking insane too. They had JD Davis, Kevin Pillar, Jonathan VR. Like they picked up all these guys for depth, and
Yeah.
I think it's just a big case of like everyone just barely underperforming. Like they never hit their exact potential. So like Conforto went down a lot. We talked about that before.
Frankie
Nimmo
Lindor
was
never
down
got
for a
to his,
while.
like MVP caliber self.
Lindor never did shit, and he's going to be there for the next 12 fucking years. So
Right.
better get it together. Javi didn't have too bad of a run with the Mets. So
Javi was
I
really
would
good.
just-
He had a 151 OPS plus with the Mets this
right.
year.
I
would
wouldn't
expect him to be back.
I think so too. I think on like a 2 or 3 year deal.
Yeah, I would see
Yeah.
them maybe more active on the trade market just to kind of bring some fresh faces in.
Right.
So like they may do like a JD Davis for like a Mitch Haniger type
Mhm.
deal because Seattle's about to be overcrowded in the outfield. And maybe JD Davis is Seattle's answer for whenever
Kyle Seager goes.
Yeah, exactly. When Seager goes, maybe they bring in. They're gonna have to figure out their starting rotation too because Syndergaard and Carrasco were hurt all year.
Mm-hmm.
Taijuan Walker and Marcus Stroman, we already talked about, were on 1-year deals. So you got to get some depth behind DeGrom. If he's even
DeGrom's going to have
pitch
Tommy
next
John
year.
in fucking May.
Right. So maybe they improve the outfield and get some starting pitching depth. I don't know. Like I said, I could see them being more active on the trade market though than on the free agent market.
Right. I mean, you're going to have to go out and do something. Like, I guess if you're looking at it on paper, their outfield is their weak point, but other than starting pitching, like we talked about. But I don't know, man.
Honestly, I think they have a lot of names, but their names are one. You're right; they all underperformed. But I don't know. Are they just maybe they're just not that good of a team? Like, is that like I know it sounds weird, but
Right.
Right.
is it possible that they're just not as talented as like maybe we thought? Like the more I look at their lineup, I mean, there's obviously some bright spots, with PD and Lindor and stuff, but like, PD, VR of all people, and Nemo, who only played in 85 games this year, were the only three players other than Javi that had an OPS plus of average or better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Lindor was below average, McNeil below average, McCann below average, Dom
Right.
Smith below average,
Yeah,
Conforto
McCann
below
was
average.
One of
Like,
their big free agent acquisitions in the offseason too. So
Mhm.
that's not a good sign. And
mm,
Brennan, you're right. Walker does have 2 years left. He signed a 3-year deal this last offseason. So
Gotcha.
I don't know. Yeah, I
one
don't
plus
know.
a player option. But
I don't know
Yeah.
what I'd do if I'm
I don't
running
think
it.
that they're I don't think that they're bad. I'm not going to put bad.
I don't think they're bad.
Right. I'm agreeing or I'm disagreeing with you saying that I don't think that they're as good as we advertise. I think they could be. I just think that they haven't done it all collectively at the same time yet. Like McNeil, we know what McNeil can do, but he'll get hot and then, Lindor will be cold or Conforto will be cold and then
Right.
Nimmo will get hot and then PD's hot, but they're never all hot at the same time. That's why they'll get blown out in games. They'll let up 4 runs from their starting pitchers, 5 runs from their starting pitchers, and have one solo home run by PD or some shit.
right. Yeah, and that's why I say I think they would be more active on the trade because I think some change of scenery is in order for maybe a Jeff McNeil so that you can get everyday playing time for Javi at second base. And then
Bro,
maybe they
I would
go
take
get a
Jeff
third baseman.
McNeil any day of the week. I will
For
put
sure.
all my eggs in that boy's basket for sure.
Maybe they go and grab Eduardo Escobar or something on the free agent market to play
Yeah.
third base. I don't know. Somebody cheap.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do, though. Somebody talk about the Padres.
I'll talk about the Padres. Man, disappointing season.
Yeah.
They came in this year with hopes of challenging the Dodgers for the division. And even aside from San Francisco coming out of nowhere, they couldn't hang.
No.
They're officially eliminated from the postseason, which is just absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
What went wrong? I mean, I guess kind of the same thing we're asking about the Mets here, but like what went wrong with the Padres this year? Were they too young? Are there too many personalities that are clashing? Is it leadership? Like, what do you guys think?
I think the
The more-
personalities is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a bunch of star-studded Hollywood type players, and I mean that's gonna happen when you go out and get guys like Adam Frazier and I mean who else did they fucking get?
Manny
this year?
Machado, Fernando Tatis,
Right, yeah.
Will Myers,
Not to mention their starting rotation too. You go
Right.
out and they got oh my god, why am
Snell
I
and Darvish
blanking?
and
Yeah,
Musgrove.
thank you. Musgrove is who I was thinking of, and
Yeah.
Snell, Darvish, all like everybody. They signed Melanson, which was the best free agent reliever option at the time.
Mhm.
Like you have all of the best players at all these positions, but they're also all gonna know that they're the best players at these positions, and they're all gonna fucking butt heads at some point. And I mean, we saw that come to a head with Manny and Tatis.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main thing. I mean, it's good to see Machado taking that leadership role and stepping out of that like
Agreed.
shitty young player, I'm going to start shit here, I'm going to start shit there, I'm going to throw a fit about this. It's cool to see him step out of that and be like, hey, I've been there, Tatis. Like, let's get this shit together. It's just fucking baseball. Let's play. That's all we're doing.
Yeah. They're a different story than the Mets. You look at their lineup and every single member of their starting lineup, other than their catcher, has Nola did too. I was looking at Caratini, but so
Mhm.
every single member of their lineup has a OPS plus of 100 or greater.
Yeah.
So then I start to look at things like leadership, and I don't have like a personal grudge against Tigler or anything. I don't know the guy, but I don't know, man. Do you think he has a job for a while still?
I don't think so. I think Tingler's gone this year. That's actually what I was looking at is potential replacements. For me, the issue is that you have all those personalities, but you have nobody to manage them.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of talked about this a little bit last week, but Mattingly did a great job of managing all of those personalities on the Dodgers, and he's doing a great job in Miami as well, doing the same thing. Dave Roberts, again with the Dodgers, is doing a great job of managing all of those personalities. So I think you need somebody, not necessarily like a Tony La Russa type old school, but you need somebody who could come in and kind of be a leader when needed, right? So like we were kind of talking about it last week, where the whole reason that Machado even stepped in with Tatis is because apparently it was, being talked about and whispered about in the locker room that Tatis was just sulking and he was upset, obviously. But one of the things that Machado was heard saying was, it's not fucking about you. So
right,
you need a manager that can do that stuff. Like the players need to keep each other in check as well, but you need somebody who can really like keep control of the team. So I mean, I hate to say it, but like a Dusty Baker would be a perfect fit in San Diego, but I don't think Houston's going to let him go even after. I think he signed like a 1-year deal this year, but I think he kind of likes it down there. But they just need somebody who has that respect just coming into it. So an established manager, or even like a Buck Showalter type, might not be a bad option either. Just to come in, be like, yo, this is my team. I'm the manager. You guys are going to go out and play. You're allowed to be people and have personalities, but I'm going to nip that shit in the bud like before it starts happening.
Right. I got the perfect manager for that role.
I know you're gonna say
Who?
Mike Schilt.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about?
Why not?
Have you looked at the guy? Just look at his face. He's not gonna get along with Tatis, bro.
He can handle him. He's spent his entire career working with young kids.
Whatever.
I would love Mattingly in
gross.
that role, honestly. Like that would be my ideal.
Anyways, who was your answer?
I know he's got 1 year left on his career in LA, bros, but some Joe Madden.
I think he could make that work.
Joe Madden would make it. He would bring penguins into the clubhouse in Tampa Bay. Like, this motherfucker can make anybody get along, bro.
I don't think that's what you need, though. I mean, yes, you need to get along, but I think
you need to bring him fucking penguins.
I think you need discipline.
Yeah, by penguins. If you
discipline by penguins,
you don't play good, you don't get the penguins, bro. That's it. That's fucking it. That's fine. All right, we got some big name injuries we're going to run through real quick. Over the weekend, the Athletics, who are pushing for that playoff spot, not looking so hot now. They have lost Elvis Andrus and Jed Lowry, who have both been decent. Jed Lowry as of late, especially. They lost them for the season. Andrus broke his fucking leg. Sliding into home plate on a walk-off. He was scoring the winning run, slid in, broke his leg. So not great there. I couldn't find what happened with Jed. It might have happened a while ago, and he's kind of been lingering. Again, in the playoff hunt, the Reds, they placed Wade Miley on the 10-day IL, not looking so hot because they've lost their entire team to the IL as of late. They are 5.5 games out. It's just not looking good for them. Brandon Belt was hit on the thumb with the pitch. No IL stint yet, but
we just got an update a few minutes ago. I meant to poor Dan.
Is he on the IL?
Not officially yet, but he fractured his thumb.
No, fuck.
All right.
Yeah. So recovery plan and timetable for Belt will be developed in the next couple days. So it's going to be days before they even come up with a plan for him.
Yeah.
So
all right.
That's a tough loss. I mean, I can't stand them, but that's a tough loss for the Giants.
I know you don't like Brandon Belt, but he's had such a good season, man.
Great season, man.
I don't really like him either. I hate watching him fucking play, but like,
it's ugly, dude.
Just bad. Just bad.
All right, I'm changing my dude real fast then.
Yep, change your dude, bro. Change your dude. And going along with that, so Brandon Belt went down. Cody Bellinger is also back to the IL. He has been a slouch this season, so not much to write home about. Mm-hmm. But he is still a key piece of that offense if he can figure it out down a playoff run. It's almost to the point to where he might come off the bench in that wild card game, to be honest. Like, he hasn't done shit this year. But in a series, you can't afford to not have Bellinger in there, I think. So hopefully he can come back healthy, put him in there, and get after it. Tone, do you want to talk about this right now? You want to talk about these standings real quick, bro?
I just thought it'd be a good time to just like
I agree.
Glance at the standings. We've covered a lot of this just by talking about other things, so we don't have to dwell on this much. But I just wanted to look at the American League standings, the wild card standings specifically, because most of the division leads are pretty wrapped up, barring something crazy.
Right.
But this is what we're looking at in the American League. I just kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts. Obviously, Tampa's in there, Houston's in there, White Sox are in there. It's a little iffy what happens beyond that. The wild card slots could go a number of ways. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing Oakland sneaking in, but you never know.
Yeah, I've got a hard time seeing Oakland sneak in. I could see Seattle sneak in, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
But they're 8-2 in their last 10. Like it's
right. So I want to look up who I saw this thing earlier. So like they're all playing each other for this next week too. Like all 5 of these teams are facing each other. So Yankees and Boston got
all their schedules pulled up right now. Actually,
yeah, that's what I was working on. So
Yankees and Blue Jays are coming up. So they have a 3-game set against each other, and then the Yankees play the Rays to finish the season. Who the Rays have already wrapped up the division, but the Rays love knocking the Yankees out.
Yeah.
So I don't expect them to go easy on them. The Red Sox have probably the easiest of the schedules left in the AL East because they've got the Orioles for 3 and then the Nationals for 3. Now they are on the road for all 6 of them, but it's also the Orioles and the Nationals.
The Blue Jays have the Orioles after the Yankees.
Yes, and they're also at home for the last 6. So the Blue Jays could make up ground against the Yankees in this 3-game set, and they get to host the Orioles to end the season.
I like that.
But don't sleep on the Mariners either, though, because they finish at home against the A's and the Angels. So it really is going to come right down to the wire. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see the Yankees get knocked out and see like Boston and Toronto or Toronto and Seattle. I could see literally any of the 4 teams there in any order and any combination be in the wild card.
Could you imagine if it ended up being Toronto and Seattle in the wild card?
Or like
insane.
They may even finish with like a tiebreaker, right? Like a play-in to the play-in game. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. If I had to put my money on it right now, though, I would say Boston and Toronto.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, I am mad because I don't want Boston to play Toronto. But
yeah, it's very possible you're gonna have an AL East matchup in the wild card game, and then another AL East matchup because Tampa will play. Tampa will play whoever the wild card is. So, that Houston White Sox series, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a good one,
actually.
Yeah, me too. That would be. Oh man, that'd be so cool. I just want Toronto in there. I feel like they deserve it. Did you look at on these standings here? Yeah, based on their like run differential and everything, their expected win loss rate or whatever. So the Blue Jays, based on the runs they've scored and allowed, should be theoretically at 95 and 61. And the Mariners should be at 72 and 84. But here they are. That's baseball, right? Like here they are.
Look at the run differential.
It's insane.
It's a 233 run difference.
Absolutely insane. But here they are. Like that's wild to me. You know, you think over 162 games, it would kind of sort itself out, and it does. But there's always those like freak teams.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, let's take a look at National League real quick.
Oh, boys, I'm nervous. I'll tell you what.
It's almost wrapped up at this point.
I'm so nervous.
The only thing really up for grabs left in the National League is the NL East.
Yeah, so nervous.
Yeah,
I think the Braves will hold on.
I mean, I think so too. But at the same time, you're going up against, you've got Zach Wheeler, who's been crazy this year. You've got Bryce Harper, who's going to be an MVP running. I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. I'm glad. I forget who they've got to end the season. Oh, the Mets. They have 3 against the Mets to end the season. So there's that at least. But like, you've got to take 2 of 3 here against Philly. You can't let them sneak back in within a half. Like, hell no, bro. No way.
It's crazy that we're close enough to the end of the season where you're actually looking at like pitching matchups and stuff like that. Like, all right, dude, we can steal that game because they've got such player pitching. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
bro.
Wow.
It's nerve-wracking for sure.
And then the Phillies finish up against the Marlins too, so it's probably equal as far as the way they've been playing between the Mets and the Marlins.
I think the wild card's pretty much wrapped up here, though, boys. Tell you what, I think it's Dodgers and St. Louis. I don't think Cincy stands a chance.
It's just the magic number is 1 for St. Louis, so it literally one game over the next 6 clinches the wild card spot.
Gotcha.
Or one loss by Cincy and Philly clinches it. So it's all but done at this point.
All righty. Good deal, boys. Well, what we got now? We got a little bit of cool stuff to talk about. Who put in the Joe West notes? Talk about that.
I did, but I want the next one. So you talk about Joe West.
Unfucking real, bro. Fine. Country Joe West is finally retiring at the end of the season. Not to say thank God, but thank you, sir. He's now the record holder for most games umpired in MLB history. He set that back in May this year. I mean, he's been around for, at least 90, 95 years. So it's pretty easy to do that. He's seen many you want me to try again?
Mm-hmm. Go
ahead. Nobody heard it.
He's seen many memorable MLB moments. Could you make that?
Come on, Dan.
Jesus.
Many.
Including Nolan Ryan's 5th no-hitter, King Felix's perfecto, Willie McCovey's 500th, and Albert Pujols' 400th home run. Those are pretty good things, man. Tell you what. He also
no-hitters too, but those were some of the bigger ones.
Right. He also sat on Rajai Davis once. That was pretty cool. I remember that. He's appeared in 6 World Series, 3 All-Star games, 10 LCSs, 8 LDSs, 3 wildcard games, and the 2009 World Baseball Classic. So he's been all over the front stage right there, man. That big stage. Man. That's right. Over his last 11 years, he has averaged 21 incorrect calls per game, which comes to 2.3 an inning. Not good, not great. Catch you on the flip, my guy. You love to see it, but I still don't want those robot umpires, boys.
Peace.
I do.
Give me the robots.
I know.
Adios, Joe.
Or not. It doesn't.
Adios, Angel.
I don't know.
It's fine. We're not going to get into this. We've been on too many rants this time anyways.
That's fine. All right. This one is absolutely fucking wild. I thought this was so cool. So we've kind of talked about this a little bit, just kind of in passing. But there's likely to be multiple rookies this year who get votes for consecutive years for Rookie of the Year, right? So we've talked about Ryan Mountcastle, Ian Anderson, and Ke'Bryan Hayes. So those are the ones who are likely to get votes again this year. And I had to double check that Randy Arozarena didn't get any Rookie of the Year votes last year, and he didn't. So it is just these 3. Last year, Mountcastle had 1 point, Anderson had a point, and Ke'Bryan Hayes had 5 points.
Okay.
Now, of these 3, it's not likely that any of them are going to actually win the Rookie of the Year. Mountcastle has kind of the strongest case, but he's still probably a top 3 finisher at best. But the fact that they're all going to get votes is historic.
Right.
In the history of the MLB, there has only been 1 player to ever get multiple Rookie of the Year votes in different seasons, or get Rookie of the Year votes in different seasons.
Okay.
So first of all, you have to be eligible to be a rookie for multiple seasons, which, with the September call-ups is not terribly difficult, but it's still a challenge. And you have to be good enough to get votes, right? So the only person to do that was Greg Jeffries in 1988 and 1989 for the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
So since the Rookie of the Year was started in 1947, it's the only time it's ever happened, and we're about to see 3 different players do it in one season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because of baseball, just to bring this all the way around, the guy who actually won the Rookie of the Year in 1989 over Greg Jeffries was Charlie Hayes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes' dad.
Wow.
That's awesome.
How absolutely fucking wild
fucking
is
just
that?
Full circle, bro. That's how baseball do. That's why baseballs are circle. Did you know that? Because everything's full circle.
It makes sense. Hey, quick question really fast, though. So Rookie of the Year started in 1947. Do you all know who the first ever Rookie of the Year was?
God, I should.
The first 2 years, it was a league-wide. So it wasn't National League Rookie of the Year, AL Rookie of the Year. It was just...
No, I have no... Not even a glimmer of...
You're going to kick yourself.
Time out. Don't say anything yet. Brooklyn Dodgers?
Mm-hmm.
Is it J-Rob?
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
Hell yeah, boys.
Okay.
Jackie Robinson, first ever MLB Rookie of the Year.
God,
okay.
Fuck you guys. I'm out of this show. I'm better than all you guys.
Get out of here.
So, real quick, Chris Bassett actually made his return to the A's on Thursday. Pretty insane. The guy broke his fucking face. So
the whole face had surgery to repair it. Less than a little over a month later, he is back on the mound starting for the A's. You love to see it. The man is a fucking horse.
And then I'll actually just wrap this up because I saw this earlier. MLB is experimenting with pre-tacked balls in AAA. Could go good, could go bad. I don't know. We'll see as long as they do it right. I mean,
I like it.
me too. So we've been talking
Agreed.
about it this whole time, like supplying the guys with some type of
Yeah.
some type of substance to use where you allow it. But if you're just going to put it on the balls for them,
Yeah.
fucking great. I think that's a great call.
Love to put on the ball.
The fact that they're doing this in the AAA league and not in that whatever independent league that they
Right.
use for
Yeah.
testing is a good sign that it could make its way to the majors really quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we're probably still a year or two out because there's only 2 weeks left in
Sure.
the AAA season. So they're gonna try it out for these last 2 weeks. Only some teams are doing it, not all of them. It's fucking weird. It's of course MLB, but they're doing it.
Whatever. Yeah.
So apparently, Japan's NPB and the KBO over in Korea, they've been using pre-tacked balls for years, and a few of those the Team USA players from the Olympics went over there and played this year, and they were using those pre-tacked balls, and it came of high praise of a lot of those pitchers. So I mean, it got a guy like Scott Kazmir to throw 5 shutout innings. So
Yeah.
could be done, boys. Could be done. I just like that it's going in the right direction, and like you said, Dan, the fact that it's in AAA means they're fucking serious about it. So,
Yeah.
at least they're recognizing it's an issue. It's great. Where are we at now, boys? What do we got? Our boys? We doing our boys?
Our boys talking about our boys.
You guys are too damn good. Alrighty. So last week, let's see. Dan had Joey Gallo, Tone had Corey Seager, and your boy picked a Cardinal for the first time in history, Dylan Carlson. Let's just talk about how that turned out. Who came in third place?
Yeah, okay, I did. Joey Gallo did not have a good week.
I'll take silver, boy. That's a win for you, boy.
150 average, 320 on base, though. I'll take that any day of the week. 350 slug was not what I was expecting, though. He only hit 1 home run, had 7 total bases. That 1 home run was a solo shot because he only had 1 RBI. 9 Ks to 4 walks was not good. So it got me 10.5 boy points last week.
Boy points. It's still funny. It's still
Yeah, I love boy points. All right, and your boy picked Dylan Carlson. He went 7 for 21 last week, 333 average, 391 on base, 476 slugging, 867, all respectable, even though he hit 0 home runs. No big deal. 10 total bases, 0 RBIs. Fucking sick. Appreciate you there, Dylan. 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, no stolen bases, for a total of 15 boy points. And I want to make note of that, boys. That is pretty sure more points than my last 3 guys combined.
You're probably right.
So we're doing pretty good here. I'm making my way downtown.
I'm very proud of you, Ty.
making my way down.
I was hoping somebody would do it.
All right, boys. I went for 9 in a row. I got 9 in a row.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Corey Seager. Even though Ty discredits me in the standings on the right with only 8 in a row, but it's 9 in a row. It's
Who
okay.
did we miss? What did I miss?
I told you. You missed
We
my
talked
week
about it in the chat, but I don't
of
remember
who
who
was
it
it?
was.
Oh, dog, I don't fucking know.
Yelich.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yelich over Bogaerts and Bellinger. Oh,
Ah.
yeah. Bogaerts and Bellinger.
Shit.
Unreal. I went with Corey Seager. He had a great week. 9 for 24, 375 average, 1.172 OPS, couple bombs, 17 total bases, 4 ribs, 3 runs, 4 walks, only 2 strikeouts. Love to see that. All good for 33 boy points.
Boy points.
Yeah.
Whatever, Tone. Congratulations. 14. You did it. Good job. Are you fucking proud?
I actually am, yeah.
Yeah, I would be too, dude.
Honestly, I thought about this. I'm so bad at fantasy football this season. I'm in 3 leagues and it's just awful. I can't pick anybody. And I'm like, hey, at least I have our boys.
Yeah, great. You're
I'll
beating
take it.
2 other scrubs, bro. It's crazy because, like, we could talk about it every fucking week. Every guy that you pick
Goes
murders,
off.
murders.
Goes off. Joey
has
Votto the week he hit 8
has
fucking home runs, and he hadn't hit shit before that.
career weeks, like out of the fucking blue, these guys. And then me and Dan pick guys like Pete Alonso, Mookie Betts, Tatis, Machado, Jose Abreu, reigning MVP, no big fucking deal. Salvador Perez, and you just smack our asses with fucking just randos, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So which rando are you gonna smack our ass with next week, Tone?
I'm going with Goldie, Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Green Day Goldschmidt.
I was gonna say this is Green Day, huh?
It is. It's Billy Joe. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
Billy
like
Joe
that, bro.
God, Belt's ugly, dude.
Yeah, luckily
He's
I didn't
not
pick him this
cute,
week.
dude. He's not cute at all, bro. Why
So
did you
if
go
you're-
Goldschmidt?
No, go ahead.
Oh, he's been really good.
Well, fair enough. All right. Fuck you then. Dan, what were you going to say, bro?
I was gonna say, if you're listening and this is the first time hearing our boys, we spin, and since this is the last one for the season, we spin the wheel on position and we spin the wheel for which divisions you get. So East, Central, and West. So Tone, you spun Central. Ty, you spun West. I spun East. Or no, yeah, you spun East. I spun West. Sorry.
You're doing great.
Thanks, I appreciate that. So I originally picked Brandon Belt, but that was before hearing that he was gonna miss probably the rest of the week.
fucking farm, dude.
So I'm going with his replacement, Tommy LaStella. I like the way I wanted a Giant really bad because they finished with 6 games at home, 3 against Arizona and 3 against San Diego. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he also had 2 home runs last week and a 636 slug. So hopefully he carries that over this week. But we'll see.
Your guy's a fucking rookie compared to mine. I got Austin Riley, boys. Tell you what. Ooh, he should be an MVP finalist. Shut up. I'm talking. Shut up. All of you. Shut the fuck up.
I was gonna answer our commenter.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
My goodness.
Sorry.
Boy points are calculated by a number of things. Total bases plus walks. That's all 1 point each. Minus a half a point for strikeouts. Plus a point for stolen bases. Minus a half a point for caught stealing. And then we take average, on base, and slug.
Mm-hmm.
And the leader of each of those between the 3 of us gets 2 points. Runner up gets 1 point. So if you lead in all 3, you get 2, 4, 6 points, which I've been doing.
Shut the
Yeah, has helped, fucker.
Whatever, man. You also get guys who have like 48 fucking total bases because they crushed 9 dingers.
Yeah. And
Right.
next year, look out because we're gonna get pitchers in on this.
Yeah,
too,
we're gonna switch it
Gonna
up a bit.
outspin.
Why are we staring at each other?
I didn't hear what Dan said, so I was waiting for him to repeat himself, and he didn't.
I was
I
doing
was
the
saying
same.
we're gonna add a spin. Is what it
Add a
says.
spin.
Add a spin.
Add a spin.
Add a spin. Hey,
A
okay.
little
So
bit of bingo.
we're fucking rowdy this episode, boys.
Boy points.
Boy points.
Points for baseball reference stats.
Yo.
Could you imagine if it's like OPS plus WAR and then boy points?
Right. Hey,
Dude.
real quick. You know what? I'm just going to throw this out there. Everybody who is listening to this episode, if you haven't gone over and watched our live streams like our boy Brennan Hines here is doing on YouTube, do that because he's been commenting the entire show. We've been calling him out,
as fuck.
shouting him out. He's got great points. Just come talk. Brennan,
It's
tell all your
fun.
friends. And I tell you what, Dan, take a picture of that goddamn comment, that hashtag. We're going to make a t-shirt out of it.
Yeah.
I'm buying
we
Brennan this t-shirt. Brennan, go over to our Twitter, Upper Decker Pod. Follow us, send me a DM. I'll make this shirt and I'll send it to you, sir. Appreciate you. Tell all your friends about us. All right, back to Austin Riley. Should be an MVP finalist. It's great. The Braves finished the season, like we said earlier, 3 versus Philly and then 3 versus the Mets. Riley's splits actually favor him on the road, but they play all 6 of these at home. So hopefully this tight game and division race, that they're playing in right now will push them and push him to do a little bit better. We'll see. I don't know. That's all I got, though, boys.
Okay,
I do love this picture, though.
that's a really good one. I like it.
Dan, have we decided who you're going with? Did we say? Since you're not bringing Belt?
Stella.
Tom
La
LaStella.
Stella.
Ah, old TLS. I got you, dog.
I didn't know La and Stella were separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his middle name, La.
God damn it.
That wasn't even funny, boys.
That was pretty funny.
That wasn't even good.
Well,
No, I like
but
that
for
one. That
you,
was
it's
good.
step up.
Shut up. I've had so many better jokes than that. All right. So we've got here, I just spun the wheel. Your boy gets first selection of whatever region comes up.
Isn't it? Wait, aren't we
Shut
done?
up. Just do it. Just type my fucking name.
All right.
And then Dan, and then Tone. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, no. I got an ad on the spin the wheel thing.
Oh.
Fuck me. Fuck me, dude. We're struggling out here.
Wait, what are we spinning for?
Shut up.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Shut
too.
up. We're just doing it. We've got the last week left. That's it.
This is the last week.
This is the last week.
Oh.
We just picked our boys for the last week.
That's why I was so confused.
We don't need to spin the
It
wheel
ends-
anymore, man. This is it. It's over,
It ends
dude.
on Sunday.
I
He
just
told
wanted
us to shut up the whole time.
Fuck, I hate it. Whatever, dude. Let's end this goddamn show. I'm done with you guys. I don't want to talk to you any fucking more. Jesus. Brennan, thanks for coming out, dog. We appreciate you. Shit. Oh, God, if you want to be like Brennan, Jesus. He's a great person. Go over to our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all of them at Upper Decker Pod. Follow those. Tune in for the live stream every Monday from like 6:15 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Central Time is our start time. So tune in over there. You can comment live. We can show your comments on the screen. We can discuss them. We did it all day today. It was great. That's why we're running a little late on this, this little long on the episode. But it's always much better to get you guys' input, and we appreciate y'all for doing that. So give us that follow. But if you want to just listen to us because you don't like the way, let's see, you don't like the way Tone looks this week, where can they listen to us, Tone?
You can do that pretty much anywhere you would listen to music or podcast. You can search for Upper Decker Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, tons of other platforms. If you're doing that, take the time to leave us a review or a rating. That is huge for us. Helps us get our name out there. Give us 5 stars or say like, hey, you guys are awesome, or eat shit tie. It doesn't matter as long as you
Literally anything, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about donations earlier, but Dan's going to tell you a bit about that again.
Absolutely. So if you want to sign up to be a monthly contributor, you can head over to anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod/support. That will allow you to contribute 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month. If you would prefer just to give a one-time donation, that is also very much welcomed. That can happen at paypal.me/upperdeckerpod. Remember, $20 and up, you can make a request that Ty say something, wear something, do something, whatever you want him to do, really. And that goes back into the show as well. So everything that you guys give us goes into equipment, goes into the website, it goes into anything that we possibly can do to make the show better. So any amount that you guys are willing to give, we are very, very appreciative of.
Very, very much so. We thank you guys again for coming out. Go follow all of our socials. Give us a listen. Check out the website, upperdeckerpod.com. It's beautiful. We got some merch over there. Go buy some shit. It's awesome. With that being said, dudes, that's the end of 83. We'll see you guys next week for 84. How you feel? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.